Hello, this is Ross Bliley from the podcast Pigskin Tales. This podcast is sponsored by Sterling Soap Company. With products sold throughout 41 locations around the globe, Sterling Soap Company has a unique assortment of products to choose from for your loved one for the holidays. Handmade artisan soaps created by Roderick and Amanda Lovin since 2012, these products are affordable and provide great value. Act now and save on your shipping costs. If you purchase $75 or more, your shipping cost is free in the United States. Shop now online at sterlingsoap.com.
Hey there, sports history fan. This is Darren Hayes, host of the Pigskin Dispatch and Jersey Dispatch podcast. I hope you've enjoyed another great episode here on Sports History Network. Now, speaking of sports history, this episode was brought to you by Firefly Books, and they have two great ones for you this summer. For basketball fans, they have the NBA 75, The Definitive History by author Dave Zarum, who's appeared on our Jersey Dispatch podcast recently. He tells about the experience, the thrilling journey of the NBA, from its humble beginnings to its modern glory. Uncover the untold stories of triumph, controversy, and the greatest stars of the game. This isn't just a book, it's courtside seats to over 75 years of NBA history. And for the golf enthusiasts, swing into The Golf Round I'll Never Forget by Matt Adams. Relive 50 of golf's most memorable moments through the eyes of the legends themselves. From Garcia's triumph at the 2017 Masters to Nicklaus' miraculous 1986 comeback, it's the closest you'll get to walking the fairways with golf's greatest. Get your summer read on. Grab a copy of NBA 75 or The Golf Round I'll Never Forget, available online or at your favorite bookstore.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Yesterday's Sports on the Sports History Network. Today, I'm going to talk about the 1970 New York Yankees. Every dedicated baseball fan knows that the New York Yankees dominated Major League Baseball from 1921 to 1964, winning 29 pennants and 20 World Series titles. But that dominance abruptly ended from 1965 to 1969. During those 5 years, the Yankees had only one winning season, and even that was just barely, finishing with an 83-79 record in 1968. They finished the 1969 season with a record of 80 wins and 81 losses, so hopes weren't high for 1970. However, the Yankees had some promising young players. Left fielder Roy White was starting his sixth season. Shortstop Gene Michael, who was not a strong hitter but was an excellent defender, was entering his fifth season. Power-hitting center fielder Bobby Mercer, who was only 24 years old, hit 26 home runs in 1969 after missing 2 full seasons due to military service. Catcher Thurman Munson played in only 26 games in 1969, but showed great potential. The two aces of the pitching staff were Fritz Peterson, beginning his 5th season, and Mel Stottlemyre, entering his 7th. The Yankees also had a good manager in Ralph Houck, who helped lead the team to 3 pennants and 2 World Series titles from 1961 to 1963. In 1970, I was 8 years old. I played Little League Baseball and became a big fan of the New York Yankees. My father and older brother were Yankees fans, and we lived only about 20 miles from the house that Ruth built. The 1970 season got off to a rough start. By the end of April, the Yankees were 9-12, including being swept in a 3-game series against the Red Sox. But the team bounced back and kicked off May with a 4-game sweep of the Brewers. By the end of May, their record was 26-23. The Yankees began June by winning 11 of 12 games before finally cooling off. By the end of the month, their record was 43 wins and 30 losses, just 3 games behind the division-leading Orioles. This hot streak included sweeping the Kansas City Royals twice. Unfortunately, the team couldn't keep it going. From June 30th to July 26th, the Yankees lost 17 of 25 games and fell 10 games behind the Orioles. The All-Star Game was played on July 14th, and 3 Yankees players made the team: Roy White, Fritz Peterson, and Mel Stottlemyre. The Yankees got back on track, winning 18 of 31 games in August. But if they wanted any chance of catching Baltimore, they would need to keep winning and hope the Orioles hit a bad losing streak. The Bronx Bombers started September by winning 7 of 8 games, boosting their record to 81-60. But they still trailed the Orioles by 9 games. Then they lost 5 consecutive games, 2 of them to Baltimore, and suddenly there were 14 games behind in the standings. With only 16 games remaining, the Yankees' hopes of catching the Orioles were gone. They finished strong by winning 12 of their last 16 games, ending the season with a 93-69 record. Despite finishing 15 games behind Baltimore, the Yankees had much to be proud of. In 1970, there were 24 teams in Major League Baseball, and the Yankees had the 4th best record. In today's game, a 93-69 record would likely qualify for the postseason. In 1970, only 2 teams from each league made it to the postseason. And before 1969, only 1 team from each league qualified, with no playoffs held, only the World Series. The Orioles' 108-54 record was the best in the majors, and they went on to win the World Series. The Yankees' 93-69 record was their best during their lean years from 1965 to 1975. They were unlucky enough to be in the same division as the top team in baseball. Out of the 11 teams the Yankees faced in 1970, only the Orioles and Red Sox had winning records against them. Boston defeated them 10 out of 18 games, and Baltimore won 11 of 18. The Yankees had 4 players who batted over 300. Backup right fielder Jim Lytle batted .310, while backup catcher Jake Gibbs batted .301. First baseman Danny Carter also batted .301, and starting catcher Thurman Munson hit .302. Munson also won the prestigious Rookie of the Year award. Roy White led the team in RBIs with 94 and hit 22 home runs. Bobby Mercer led the team with 23 home runs. Fritz Peterson led the pitching staff with 20 wins and a 2.90 ERA. The Yankees were a .500 team for the next 3 seasons, but had another strong year in 1974, finishing with an 89-73 record, just 2 games behind the first place Orioles. 2 years later, the Yankees won their first pennant since 1964. That will conclude our podcast for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and God bless.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
The Sports History Network, where legends live on and the past plays loud. Welcome to the place where history's proud. From gridiron glory to the hardwood stars, from the racetrack heat to Olympic bars. It's the voices, the stories, the moments you miss, told by fans and pros who live for this. Hook and Themic, the Sports History Network, where the past comes alive. Podcasts and blogs that keep the flame high. From Babe to Brady, Alley to the Dome. If it's history and sports, then this is the home. SportsHistoryNetwork.com, the headquarters of sports yesteryear.